Hello, good morning, guys. I've been dropping some charts, but then would start off say 11:05 or oh 06, just so we get a sizable number. I'll kick off. The session would be recorded, definitely. Then those that couldn't make it could access. I would make a communication about that. Thanks for joining. So let's just chill for some minutes. Okay, guys. I think we would kick off, and when people join in, I would admit them as much as I can while we focus on the business of the day. Okay, cool stuff. So, my name is Stanley Ezendokure. I'm an IT. What am I, myself? Okay, so I'm an IT guy, right? I've been within the support space for quite some time now, and I've worked both on site, remotely, for various Fortune 500 companies, right? And so driving straight to the point, right? So the theme of the training today is like how to use ChatGPT, to gain relevance around remote spaces. There's this challenge we get as Nigerians. We don't get that first opportunity to show ourselves, right? And I think most of the challenge could be in our pitches, your cover letter for an application you're sending. I'm just thinking though. And like for over, why I did this program is for the past 2 months, right? Every weekend I sit on my decks, go through my Upworks profile, look out for jobs, and use ChatGPT to apply for, say, maybe three, four, five applications, right? And so I was able to get one out of the many I've applied, and the only tactics I changed was how I applied, and it was used through ChatGPT. Let me show my face. So it was through ChatGPT that I was able to like send out a proposal, and I got a response like the next day. After that, we had an interview, and I started off the job. So before you even get on any of these remote platforms, you need to have a skill, right? You need to have a skill. You need to have something that you can sell, because Upworks, Fiverr, freelancer.com, they are all marketplaces for freelance skills. So you wouldn't just so Upwork is not like a place like to make quick money. Like, I'm money no day, I want to make quick money. And someone said join Upwork. No, so you need to have a skill, right? You need to have a skill that you have, something that you can do, something that someone needs out there, right? Then you can now showcase yourself. And the first point of call is to have an updated Upworks profile, right? Ensure your profile is up to date with what you do. Let me see if I have my okay. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Basically, one sec. Window your entire screen. No, no, no. Okay. Okay. Let me know if you can see my screen. Tab. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So this was what they warned about. Okay. Cool stuff. Can you still see my screen?
Yes,
A guy with a headset, right?
yes,
Okay, cool stuff. Okay, so first off, you need to have an Upworks account or a Fiverr account or a freelancer account, right? It's just like a LinkedIn profile. You know, set up your profile the way that would be appealing to your intended clients. Let me see my profile, the public view of my profile. Okay, like so, this is my profile, right? I have basically your name, a profile, a nice profile picture. Uh, Hours that you are open to work, the experiences you have, like sell yourself, put a benchmark price for your services, right? Because in as much as this is $25 per hour, I'm not sure I've done any job that is $25 per hour, right? So, but this is more like my worth, right? So, but then you can get jobs that are maybe $5 per hour, $3 per hour, or whatever the case may be. Yeah. So you set up. If you have certifications, you can add it to your Upworks profile. If you have employment histories, you can add them. And all this cool stuff. Right. So once this is done and your profile is up to date, right, it now gives you the opportunity to, like, when you're at find work, right, because I must have set some categories. So these are the categories of jobs that I'm looking for based on what my skill set is, right? So once you have this tailored into your profile, right, Upworks automatically would be presenting you with jobs that are similar. It's here, it says best matches, right? So these are jobs that are similar to your profile. These are things you can do. It's now left for you to, like, skim through, go through any of them, and apply for either of the jobs, right? So one thing to look out for while applying for jobs on Upwork is this payment verified. So most profiles on Upworks are scams, right? And it takes skill to actually identify them. But just things to look out for is if their payment method is verified. Then when you click on the job, you scroll to the bottom and see if this client has any job in progress. If someone has worked for him and probably their rating too, so you don't waste your time applying for a stupid job, right? So yeah, so that's about it. So I just selected two job roles, right, that will just be used for the purpose of this training, right? I selected this customer service expert and this customer service as service support accountability body. Why it's come up with yeah. So but that's it. That's this. Then also have a ChatGPT account, right, where you can use to ask AI queries and all, right? So how I ask ChatGPT stuffs might be different from how you do, and the wording, how you word your questions, determine the response you get, right? So it's not just copy and paste. It's actually like you take out time, draft your question so that you get the best feedback, right? So let's say we are applying for this customer service expert, right? Don't mind me. This is how I chat with ChatGPT. So I start off with hi. Hold on, I think someone is trying to get in. Admit. I start off with hi ChatGPT. How can I assist you today? Right. So like I am applying for the role of customer support service expert, and I need a cover letter to follow. Right. So this gives me a some information about okay, so it says can you please provide some information about the company and job position. Okay, so with this question I asked now, it's taking me a longer route, right? Now see, right? So depending on what you ask, it determines what you get, right? So now I'm more direct here. Can I get a cover letter for the role customer service expert, right? So it gives me this, and so what I do is I actually copy this out, to a text editor, you know, modify. If I don't like this particular response, I can regenerate a response, which is when I click on apply now, it brings up a section where you would select how much you are bidding for the role. So usually when I see a job that is $3 to $5, I usually bid, come on, $4 is big money, right? I just stay in between, so you don't look too cheap or too expensive, because every business person out there is looking to cut costs, right? So with this, I can copy out this response. I don't know if I've copied it out earlier. I can copy out this response, open up a notepad. I don't worry, you might not see my notepad. I'm not sharing it. Dear team, replace the company name if it has a company name. If it doesn't, at your company, with you specify your number, the years of experience you have, yeah, specify the number of experience you had, and identify relevant, because this section also identifies tools that you've worked with, right? Because this section where it says company has a reputation of that blah blah blah, I don't know about the company, I'm taking it off, right? Putting in years of experience, I have over 5 years of experience in customer support. My current role at outlets. Okay, Sister Lee Stanley. Okay, cool stuff. So most job asks you other questions aside just cover letter. So but this job is looking for just cover letter. I'll just have to paste this in at your company, Sherry. At your company, right? 5 years experience, I'm confident that blah blah blah. So most jobs you might want to bid, but I have connects, right? But I don't have the luxury to bid for any now. This is just a test, right? And once you're done on this, so the job requires 8 connects, right? A proposal requires 8 connects for the job. So usually I think Upwork gives connects for new accounts, so you might not need to buy outrightly, right? So let's send. Once you're done with this, you send, right? And you hope for the best. So this we've applied for this. Let me see if this has a different screen. If it asks more than just cover letters. Okay, okay, this asks for just cover letter too. Let's scan through. I'm looking for a job that requires They would ask you what experience do you have, do you have experience with this tool, you know. ChatGPT would also give you that response. So I think I made a request yesterday, right? Let me just show us that request. Okay. So I informed ChatGPT that I applied for a role yesterday, just like I mentioned, right? Experienced customer support rep, specializing in email support, right? And I need a cover letter. So this was given to me. The next question they asked was, what is the key to solving a customer's issue promptly and accurately, right? So I just asked, can I get a suitable answer to the question? What is the key to solving a customer's issue promptly and accurately? So it gave me this response. I edited it and added. I had another question that says, how do you de-escalate a customer complaint through email, right? So I asked this as a question: how do you attempt to de-escalate, right? It gave me a thesis. So, but this is not what I want to use for my answers, right? So I know how to like rephrase my question to what is suitable. What is a suitable answer to the question, right? How do you attempt to de-escalate a customer? So it gives me a more concise and direct answer, which is what I did and used for that particular scenario. And yeah, that's it. Uh, that's admit all. Sorry, that's about how to go about. I know it's a short stuff, but having a concise question, right, would help you get the answer you're looking for. So if anyone has any question at all, you can ask. Maybe you can play around a few points. So let me know if you have any questions. It's actually straightforward to me. Feel free to unmute yourself and ask your questions. So for those of us into copywriting, so you can actually type and filter what you need, right? It gives you copywriting gig, you know, data entry work, you see stuff that relates to that particular uh, skill or experience that you have, right? With this, you can get a well tailored cover letter, to serve for each of the applications. You can answer the in application questions too. By Yeah, that's it. Questions. Anyone? Okay, no questions. I believe. Let me stop sharing. Okay, cool stuff. Yeah. Good morning, Divine. Oh, okay. So I think it's no questions. So my name is Stanley Zendokwe. Like I said earlier, if you have any further questions, you can always reach out to myself on LinkedIn, right? Any questions at all you have. I don't know if let me drop my LinkedIn profile on the chat for those that might want to reach out. Just drop a message. I would reply you promptly.
I think somebody just dropped the question at the in chat message.
Oh wow. Okay. If you were talent, if you were a talent as well as enterprise organization, you have also full time. Can you still create a business account and still continue? Is it okay? Will there be any issues? No, no. So there won't be any issues actually. So like currently I'm with a talent cloud, right? I'm currently with a talent cloud. Let me show you, right? So I'm part of a talent. Okay, you can't see my screen yet. Let me share my screen. a tab. Which tab should I share? Okay. You can see my screen, right? Hello. Can you see my screen? Okay. I believe you can.
Yes, yes,
Yeah. So
yes,
I'm
sir.
I'm with a talent cloud. This is a talent cloud I'm with, right? So there's an admin support role. It's a long term. What do you call it? It's a long term project, right? That runs as long as it can, right? Until one gets evicted and all, right? So I'm with the talent cloud, and I also have what are my current jobs now? Okay, yeah. So I have two active contract as it is, right? This is not part of a talent cloud, right? This is just more like a direct contract, a direct job application. So it doesn't affect anything. It doesn't affect you in any way, right? So no need to worry. You can go out and get other gig. You're a freelancer for crying out loud, right? You have the opportunity to get as many freelance opportunities as you can, right? And yeah, the opportunities are limitless, so go for it. Nobody will penalize. Just ensure that it doesn't conflict, right? So these two jobs, they don't conflict in terms of timing, right? So one is for okay, well, there are two US based companies, but then the shift is more like around the clock. It intertwines with each other at just 2 hours confluence, right? So yeah, you can you can do two jobs, as many as you can. That's not an issue. Okay, how can I better position myself as a product designer to get Upwork's gig? What I would say is have a portfolio as a product designer. Have a portfolio of works that you've done. Let it be readily accessible online, so that it also becomes part of your application process. Right? You drop those links for your intended clients to look at and see what you've done. Okay, you have them on Behance. Cool, cool stuff. So just like I said, have them readily available. Let me share my screen again. A window. Okay, so have your portfolio readily available, and you come out here and write product design. So this presents you product design gigs.
Can't see your screen, sir.
Oh wow, sorry, you can see my screen share. Okay, you can see my screen now, I believe, right? Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, cool stuff. So you just put in here like depending on your skill set, product design, right? It gives you these are jobs around product designing, right? So you say product engineer to help design ice cream blender mixer, stuff like that. So you go through and paying attention to if the payment method of that particular client is verified, so that you don't waste your time, because most scammers sign up as clients, with an unverified profile, and they look for unsuspecting people to dupe. So just look out for product design. So because ideally, when you must have tailored your profile to a product designer, right? Automatically, Upworks, when you go to find work, it tailors your profile based on your profile. It gives you uh, best matches to your profile. It also gives you recent jobs that were posted on. This was posted 53 seconds ago for a Wikipedia writer. You know, and so if you have any saved jobs, it gets saved here, right? So that's basically it. Also set your availability badge to on, make sure your availability badge is on, and set the hours you work. So I just my availability says as needed, open to offers, job preference, open to contract to hire roles. Yeah. So have your portfolio, have your make sure your profile is up to date, uh, and yeah, that's it. That's about it. Then the more you work, the more feedbacks you get from your clients. You get this badge that says Rising Talents. And I think the next one, I don't know what the next one is. I have to check. Right. So that's how you grow. On once you update, once you put in your ID, your government, maybe your international passport or driver's license on your profile, it gets verified. So you get this blue tick icon on your profile that shows that this person is a verified person, right? So there's one another piece of a profile that you can use if, say, you're a product designer. I've not had the time to put that in. Let me see. It's a presentation video, sort of like a video that would show what you do and all that. But I've not had the time to add that to my profile. I'm a camera shy person, so I've not been able to. But you can do that for a product designer, you know. So this is where you add your portfolio of work, right? Put in what you've done, so it stays on your profile, so that people can see, hey, the jobs you can find here are actually limitless. My friend, I think my friend Wale is on the call. If you are looking for geo referencing gigs, someone wants you to map something, or okay, but yeah. So a whole lot of stuff you can do, no matter the skill set you have. Once it's something that can be done over the net, then you're good. Graphic designers, right? Whatever the skill, actually, if it's marketable, yes, right. If it's marketable, you can look out for it here and pitch. I don't know if anyone asked any new question. Some other tips that I've okay.
Thank you very much. I have a question.
Okay, cool.
Please, I've heard from people. They said or creating an Upwork account is always a tedious task. I don't know how true is that. I'm not familiar with Upwork.
Operating an Upwork account is quite tedious. I don't think that's true, right? I don't think it's true, in the sense that having an Upwork account is more like having a LinkedIn account or having WhatsApp. So what you do with it determines how efficient it is for you, right? So what people might be saying, it's tedious because before ChatGPT, to be honest, I found it very difficult to apply for jobs because you keep asking me for cover letters, and I keep re-editing cover letters and all, right? So, but with ChatGPT, it made it quite easier. I just need to ask ChatGPT the questions, right? And it gives me the answer, and I put and I impute and send, and I go about my normal business. So it's not tedious. It's so let me put it this way, right? Anything that makes you money is serious work, right? Anything that makes you money is serious work. So you need to put in the work to make it work. Uh, that's too much of work, right? So, but yeah, that's the way it works. You have to put in that work, but it's not tedious. It's not tedious. Just like persons that do LinkedIn, that have a LinkedIn profile, you know, they have to be putting up contents out there, for them to remain relevant. That's another way for clients to find you, right? If you have a LinkedIn account, post your works there. Post your works. Most times you'll also post that you have an Upworks profile too. They can reach out to you for any assistance or gigs. So stuff like that. Just make yourself visible. That's the keyword. Be visible so that clients can see you. Any way that makes you visible. Yeah. Perfect. So another question is: there was a time I was going to attend an interview for a private enterprise project, but required me to prove my skill, and Upwork can add me to the pool of engineers as a software engineer with the certification I see you have. Because I experience stuck. Okay, yeah. So that's hold on. Resume presenting. Let me see. What was I presenting? Yeah. So I have this particular this particular one sec this particular certification on my profile. So it was just one of the days. So while I worked on Upworks, I got a notification to take a skill assessment. This particular one, Upworks skill certification, customer service. Yeah. So I think it was January. Yeah, January. So I got an email, Upworks skill certification. Hold on, let me one sec. Upworks. So I just got an email. Hi Stanley, thanks for submitting up application. To qualify, you need to achieve a passing score on your customer. Yeah. So I just got an email asking for that stuff, and I applied, and yeah. So it's the more you work, the more you get feedbacks, from clients, the better your chances. Not everyone wants to hire. It's tough actually. It's really tough in the job market, even online, right? So, but you just need to be dedicated so that you can prove your worth, to these guys. So they know you have something to offer, and they will give you the remuneration uh, commensurate to your efforts. So yeah, so that's it. Any other question? Before we call it a day. Okay, let me share my Upworks profile link. I think someone asked for it. But okay, yeah. So once you have an Upworks account, you can actually see my profile, right? If you don't, you might not be able to see because I put a privacy on it, so that only persons within Upworks can see my profile. So this is my profile. So you can just click on it, have a view, right? You see how it's patterned basically. See how my profile looks, and tailor yours that same way. You can also check out my LinkedIn profile, just see how I made everything look. So because so one challenge persons have around CVs, so the CV I use currently is from my LinkedIn profile. I think let me also show us how to do that, just as an addition for those that joined, right? So it's just basically my LinkedIn profile that I converted to a CV, right? I'm sharing my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen, right? So it's just adding, ensuring that your LinkedIn profile is up to date, you know, this up to date, right? And you can just click on more here, click on more, click on build a resume, right? So I have all these about myself, the experiences I've had, you know, education history, certifications, volunteer. So all those good stuff that you can put on your profile, right? Just come here, click on more, build a resume, uh, create from profile, right? It opens up a new what job title, XYZ, right? Apply. Okay. So it builds out this, right? This is a profile it builds out for myself, where it tell us what I need. I can edit, I can remove anything I don't want to show up here, you know. Once I see it's okay, I just need click on download as PDF, and it gets downloaded for yourself. You can edit it and share across, you know. So yeah, that's it basically. That's it. Okay, cool stuff. I think that brings me to the end of my class, except someone has a question that I can answer. Mm, okay, so thank you to everyone that joined. I really appreciate, and feel free to ask me any questions at all as you go along your freelancing journey. And yeah, I remain your humble
Hi,
friend,
Stanley. Can you
Stanley.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks so much, Stanley. Good morning, everyone.
yeah.
I want to ask, like, can we have a sequel class to this. Is it possible?
It depends. What topic would you want me to cover in the sequel class?
Yes. Um. Okay. Someone is okay. Answer this person first.
No, no, I think he forgot to unmute himself.
Okay. Something around let me use the word visibility. And I noticed something about your profile pages. Can you hear me very well, please?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I know something about your profile pages and your social media um, pages. The way you presented, the way you wrote your experience, and the way you arranged everything down. So I think we might need. I'm talking on behalf of readers now because I
Okay,
can see
okay,
some other names.
yeah, yeah. I actually made it
Um,
open. Yeah, sorry. So,
okay, so if you can have something around that,
okay,
so that
visibility.
people, you said
That visibility around visibility, right?
yes, around visibility, so that people can
Position themselves.
learn. Yes, exactly. Thanks.
Okay, yeah, I would work on that. Yeah, it's actually very important. Yeah, positioning. You know, putting up a nice, so more like not washing your dirty linen outside. Even if what I did, let's say I have a job, I had a job, and what I was doing there basically was just come to work, greet people, and go home, and I get paid, right? So I need to put it in
No,
such.
no, no, no,
No, no, no,
Stanley.
don't mind me.
Yeah.
I don't. I need to put it in such a way that
I'm not
would.
talking about packaging now. I'm talking about
Uh, vi-
what you can do, and just like you. I'm
it's
not. I don't. I
packaging now.
mean, I'm not talking about packaging. Nobody should package themselves. So just what you can do and how people can actually engage you with that.
Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll work on that. But just for the interest of those here, the most important thing is just showing yourself, right? Being active, being online, right? Like for some years now, I stopped commenting on Facebook. Like I stopped being active on Facebook because I found out that wasn't where my niche was. My niche was more of on LinkedIn. So I was on LinkedIn, and I was making posts, engaging in content and all that, right? Showcasing, so that if I comment on your post and you look at my name, you would see what I do, right? That alone brings that relevance. So, but yeah, I would see what I can do around visibility. Building up your profile, basically LinkedIn, Upworks, how to build your profile, right? Maybe we would start from scratch and go through every of the fields so that you can use the right words, the right phrases and all. So yeah, I would work on that, Wally, and let you know and let us know in extension. So yeah, any other questions, guys? Okay, in the absence of any other question, would call it a day, and thank you very much. I don't take your presence for granted. Do have a wonderful weekend, and do enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.